We got a code blue.
Sometimes it does take a toll on you, mentally, physically, emotionally. Like somebody was standing behind me. I was terrified.
It almost feels like you're being followed.
Did you see that?
'Cause I didn't want to be judged. People start thinking that, okay, yeah, she's crazy.
I was paralyzed and could not move.
What's going on?
You're fearful. You don't really know what to do.
No, no, no. No, 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 no.
You take you to hell!
I was scared.
At a century-old hospital in the heart of St. Louis, things are unusually busy. Nurse Queen Malik has been juggling multiple patients.
We got a code blue.
I had not expected to come into work and have to deal with code after code after code. We kept asking and looking at each other like, what the heck is going on right now? A code blue, that's generally if somebody goes into cardiac arrest or they go into respiratory failure.
Get the manual resuscitator. Starting compressions. 1, 2, 3,
It's very intense because this is life or death for somebody.
4, 5,
But
6,
we have to understand that people die in these places, and it's not for the faint of heart.
Stand back. Clear. Come on, come on. Stay with me. Clear.
That has always been a passion of mine, to help people,
We have pulse. He's back.
and that's what drives me and helps me. So at this point, after having multiple codes, everything started to settle down.
Crazy day, eh?
You got that right.
I was tired. I was beyond tired.
You know, it seems to be slowing down. So why don't you take a break? You know, take as much time as you need.
She was like, take the time that you need. It's been very intense.
Queen heads to an older, quieter part of the hospital, where there are no patients.
Sometimes it does take a toll on you mentally, physically, emotionally, and psychologically as a nurse. I go to the bathroom. That was the first thing that I did. I have never in my entire time being at this hospital, and I had worked here for years, used this bathroom. As I'm washing my hands, the light cuts off. I felt a presence. Like somebody was standing behind me. That immediately made me hit the light on the wall. The light did not come on. There's nobody there.
She wonders if exhaustion is making her see things that aren't there.
My heart was pounding. I'm the only person in here, and to feel that somebody was behind me, yeah, I was very fearful at that time. I didn't want to acknowledge what I had saw. I knew I seen what I saw, but I didn't want to acknowledge it.
In a bathroom, your guard is actually more down because this is more of a private space. You're more vulnerable in this space, so it's easier for a spirit to put you in a state of fear or terror in this location.
I was terrified. I'm seeing spirits, you know, so it's either, are you crazy, or is this really real?
Uneasy questions that prompt her to reach out for help.
I'm walking down the hall. I'm on my phone texting my best friend. Something tells me to look up. I see a figure in the shape of a woman. And when I turned around, it wasn't there, but I know that I could see it in the glass. I just, at that moment, I was so freaked out, and it was definitely one of those moments where it was fight or flight. I booked it through the door and ran outside. Once I got outside, I was texting my best friend, and I kind of told her the story. She's like, you're probably just overwhelmed with dealing with the codes and different things of that nature. And so I'd say, I'm not crazy, I'm not tripping. Yes, I've worked hard, but I've seen some stuff that kind of had me a little mentally just kind of distraught. After I had spent some time with her, I knew I had to go back upstairs and finish my shift. We have to understand that these are places where people leave, they pass away. Are the souls happy? Are the souls at rest? If they aren't, are they there to seek justice? Are they there to, you know, haunt the place?
In an attempt to distract herself, Queen attends to her patient's charts.
As I'm sitting there, I feel this breeze. It was a different kind of breeze, a different kind of cold. It's that bone chilling, something that's like, I'm here.
I am the first and the last, and the living one.
The cart just falls over on its own. I'm shaking at this point, like, what is going on? I'm literally freaked out.
Why are you on this noise?
It's not a cart that will just fall over on its own. I'm not sure what the heck is going on at this time.
It's very common for spirits to manipulate objects in these short energetic bursts. They might cause rattling windows, slamming doors, lights to turn on and off in an attempt to get our attention, in an attempt to perhaps put us in a state of fear, intimidate us, so that we kind of give that power to them. We cower before them.
My heart is racing, it's pounding. And I go to start picking up the charts. Again, I get that feeling that's like, look up.
And the living one. I died. And behold.
There's this woman again.
Of death.
The moment I locked eyes with her, I knew that this wasn't human. She looked very sad. You can see the sadness, you could feel the sadness. I couldn't even feel myself breathing. And so like me thinking back to that moment, it was almost as if I was paralyzed and could not move. I've never seen anything like this in my life. I get up and I go to that corner and there's nobody there. Who's the spirit? How old is she? How long has she been here? Has she been here since the hospital been here? Or was she there before the hospital was even built?
Queen is about to discover that the hospital's past is much darker than she could have imagined.
Grace, are you okay?
What happened here?
There's something I gotta tell you. Grace, today has been crazy. I swear there's something in this hospital. I have been seeing something all day. A ghost or something, I don't know, but I was sitting at the desk, and then all of a sudden it just fell down, and... You think I'm crazy, don't you?
Actually, there's something that I should tell you.
So she was like, this particular hospital has some stories behind it. From my personal experience and just, you know, from hearing people, when you work in a hospital, you deal with people that's been there 30, 40 years.
Years and years ago, there was an exorcism that was performed here at the hospital.
An exorcism? Like, with a priest?
Yes.
It is a very old hospital that has rumored to have an exorcism performed in it.
Years ago, a patient at the hospital,
Behold the cross of the Lord.
who was possessed by a dark entity, underwent an exorcism.
Get out!
The ritual was successful, but the troubled spirit still lives within the walls of the hospital.
And now we have a ghost wandering the halls.
Rumors have always said that there are spirits that walk the halls and different things of that nature.
That's my patient.
The patient alarm is from the man she brought back from the edge of death earlier in her shift.
After all these chain of events of dealing with this woman and seeing stuff, I was convinced of what everybody had said about this hospital.
Why are you not astonished?
This spirit might have been trying to intentionally frighten Queen because it was very territorial, just like us. Someone was intruding on its space, its sacred space, and it was just trying to gain leverage through fear and intimidation.
Her presence definitely demanded some type of attention, whether it was from me or from somebody else within the hospital, but her presence definitely demanded me to look at her.
Spirit.
I do feel like the woman that I locked eyes with had a message, and I wasn't able to understand what she was trying to say, and I do think it irritated her. I think it upset her. One of the patients that had been on the floor for weeks, he passed away. At the same time, she was in the room. Being in a place of where you're fearful and you don't really understand how spirits work, you don't really know what to do. And so you question a lot of things after the matter of the fact has happened, and you think about all the should've, the could'ves, and the would'ves, and would the outcome have been different?
A short time later, Queen takes the body to the morgue in the basement.
Nobody likes it. Everybody hates going to the morgue. The doors are very heavy to the morgue. So I kick the door stopper to make sure that the door would not move. I even touched the door to make sure that the door wouldn't move. And so I'm like, okay, it's secure. So I pushed him in here. This was not something that I wanted to take my time on doing. The door is starting to shut. And I kind of catch it with the front parts of my hands to stop the freezer from closing and closing me in the freezer.
It was trying to put her in a state of terror. And in doing so, her psychic output, her energetic output is higher. So perhaps this was an energy that the spirit was using to draw off of, to feed from.
She was gonna lock me in a freezer full of deceased people. And Lord knows what would have happened after that. It kind of made me feel like, was this spirit mad at me? It made me question myself at that moment that did I do something or did I not do something for these series of events to start happening at the hospital? I felt very uneasy at this point, and I wasn't comfortable being there anymore. And so I made it my business to advance and transfer to another hospital. I do feel there's a certain type of energy that is very present within this hospital. It's very urban, it's very old, and it's a very off feeling.
Queen was feeling very uneasy, and these odd feelings of unease when we're entering a space, a dark space. We might have the feeling that something just isn't right. A lot of times this is part of our sixth sense, a sixth sense kicking in for our survival.
I know what my eyes have witnessed. I know what my feelings have felt. I know what my heart rate has been when you encounter these things. The energy that you give is the energy that these spirits, these entities will give back to you. If you're fearful, they will give you that. No. I want people to know that it's very real.
Nurse Janet Kay is working on an acute care ward for seniors.
I think my strengths for nursing is my empathy and my compassion. I'm very empathetic, very feeling. I see into situations where other people kind of look over a situation. Maybe that opens you up to perceive more because you're paying more attention than other people. And I've always had like a sense of things. What I loved about nursing the most was helping people and trying to make their day a little brighter.
Oh, Mrs. Turner, you're supposed to be sleeping. How about I take your rose out so it doesn't stick you?
Oh, no, dear. Let's just leave it like always.
Okay, get some sleep. Go to sleep.
Just being there so that they don't feel like they're alone. So I just want to be a person that's supportive and encouraging. I always try to take care of the underdog. There was this one corner that always gave me a very uncomfortable feeling. I would always give it a wide berth. When you're walking around the corner, it almost feels like you're being followed or something wasn't quite right. There's nothing tangible to see, it's just a feeling. And at first I just, okay, it's just me, whatever. But I didn't feel comfortable there at all. I wasn't really going to mention anything about the corner being off to me or making me feel weird walking around the corner because I didn't want to be judged. People start thinking that, okay, yeah, she's crazy, what the heck, this is nuts. So I never said anything.
Later that night, Janet's gut feeling is confirmed.
Mr. Walters.
One of my patients, you'd kind of have to keep an eye on him. He was pretty lucid for the most part, but he would still have days where he would flash back to older times when he was doing something or that had something that had happened in the past.
Hey, you shouldn't be out of your room. You could fall again. Come on, you wanna go for a walk? If that's what you wanna do, we'll go for a little walk, okay?
We were coming back around the corner and we come close to the hall where I have had many experiences and not felt comfortable in. He pulled me away from that corner. He's like, we can't go over that way. We gotta stay over here.
Just hold there.
Okay, Mr. Walters.
hold there.
Okay.
He does not want to go near that corner, and he's trying to pull me away from the corner because there's a black hole.
Let's go for a walk. We'll go this way. Let's go. Come on. Okay? Let's go.
He was genuinely afraid. Just the look on his face was sheer fear.
You're gonna fall in.
What's wrong? Hey.
He had me freaking out, thinking, holy cow, he's seeing something that I'm not. But his feeling at that corner is exactly the same as mine. Like, this is getting a little weird.
Okay, it's okay. Come on. It's okay, nothing's there. Let's go. We'll go this way, okay?
He's seeing something that I've been feeling all this time, and he's getting really upset about this.
Okay. We'll go for a walk this way, okay? Let's get you back to your room, okay?
So him being afraid and him validating every feeling that I had made me even more scared. I've got goosebumps from head to toe because I am realizing I'm not the only one.
Okay, come on. Let's get you back to bed. Come on.
The next night, Janet's misgivings are brought to a new level.
Ready for another exciting night?
Boring will be fine by me.
I started the night shift working with MJ, and we get into a really good routine. Her and I worked really well together.
Oh, 10 o'clock.
At 10 o'clock, we shut the lights off. It's dimmer so that the patients aren't, it's bedtime. I just catch something out of the corner of my eye. It's like a flash of white that goes by the door. So I get up and look, and there's nothing there.
Did you see that? MJ, the white flash, did you see it?
Did you see the girl in white?
What do you mean, the girl in white?
She goes, there's a couple of nurses that have seen a girl that just walks by. All you catch is a glimpse or a flash of white, but there's nothing there. You just get that kind of, the hair on the back of your neck stands up a little bit. You get goosebumps, and it's like you start looking around. What's going on? I'm a little freaked out. And I looked down the hall, and there was another flash of white walking across.
I'll be right back.
I get goosebumps from head to toe, and I'm feeling very uncomfortable. I'm feeling like I'm walking into almost like a cold spot. white shadow. You couldn't really see through it, but it wasn't solid either. You knew it wasn't a real person. I'm literally scared. But I've got a job to do, there's patients to take care of. I have to go look. There's nobody in that room. There's no patient in that room. What did I just see?
Oh my God.
I was very, very frightened. This is creepy. This is not right. This is just not real. There's nobody there. I know I've saw something. I know that there's something there. I was freaked out and I was scared.
The shadow entity Janet saw might have been an entity who has not yet mastered the skill of being able to fully project itself to her, where the dead are crossing from our dimension to the other. A lot of times they are associated with something very ominous and malevolent.
What's happening? Oh my God.
The next night, inexplicable energies continue to torment the hospital.
A couple of the patients were down by the corner.
There's a hole there. You're gonna fall in and be gone forever.
And all of a sudden, one of them was kind of trying to drag the other wheelchair back, and the gentleman in the wheelchair that is being dragged back is not liking what's going on because he doesn't know why the other patient is trying to draw him back.
Stop fighting.
The hole.
Okay, enough fighting. Go back to the
hole.
There's nothing there.
It's gonna fall in.
Go.
But when I get there and intervene and kind of find out, why are you pushing his wheelchair? Why are you trying to pull him back down the hall? And he's like, that hole, there's a hole there. If he goes there, he's going to fall in. It's a hole. He's gonna disappear. He's pointing to the same spot. This is just weird. Okay, this is freaking me out now.
Calm down. Go back to the common area. You too, Mr. Jones. Go. Both of you.
He's nuts.
I was a little shocked and a little freaked out. It made me feel even more afraid. What is going on in that hallway?
Later that night, Janet is assisting an agitated patient.
One of my favorite patients, she's very miserable, very cranky.
Stupid little bitch, you're gonna go to hell. You're gonna go to hell in here.
I've never seen her like that, so it was very strange, really uncomfortable, very scary.
Leave me alone, you bitch. Don't need you guys here.
No, Mrs. Turner. We had to take you for your bath.
Don't you touch me. You guys are so dirty.
And profanity is really abundant.
You're a little slut, too.
You knew she was grumpy. She didn't want you near her.
Okay, Mrs. Turner.
Because you guys are so dirty, that's why. Just,
Okay.
Don't you touch me.
She doesn't want anybody touching her. She doesn't want anything to do with anybody.
You're gonna go to hell. I'm gonna take you there.
I take her to her room, and we're getting her ready for bed.
He's gonna get you, and all your life will be over. It's gonna be over in no time at all. Don't you go near me. Don't you go near me. I told you, leave me alone. No, leave me alone. No, get away from me.
She's just swinging and scratching and grabbing and kicking and punching and just agitated and angry and abusive. Like, she is just not wanting anybody near her. Like, she's just pure evil. Like, just hatred. She was like a wild animal that had been caged, let loose, and we're trying to wrangle her into bed.
To touch me, just leave me alone. No, get away from me.
This woman was evil.
Are going to hell. I'm going to take you to hell! You're going to hell with me!
I looked in her eyes and there was nothing but pure evil and hatred. Her eyes were just so dark and so scary.
I am taking you to hell! You're going to hell with me!
I was terrified. The evil and the hatred in her face and in her eyes and her attitude. It's like, this is not human. She just wanted to kill you. She was just pure evil.
Please, Mrs. Turner, you have to calm down now.
No.
Hold her down. You have to calm down right now.
Leave me alone.
Down. Hold her shoulder down.
Don't touch me.
I've looked into this woman's eyes and I swear I saw the devil himself. She was just pure hatred. She would have ripped your eyes out and not thought nothing of it.
Leave me alone.
Down.
I swear to God this woman was possessed. I swear to God she was. The patient passed away.
It's really easy for a spirit to manipulate the living because so much of our experience is with the unseen. So much of what we don't see is energy. Our bodies are made up of so much energy. This might have been a case of possession where this elderly person was able to exert a strength greater than her own, an energy being fed to her through a spirit.
Janet begins to suspect the source of the dark energies at play.
There's definitely something going on. That bad spot in the hallway, is that a portal? Is that what's going on? A portal, to me, I believe, would be energy going both ways. So if you can go out, what can come in? Is there something coming in that we're not aware of? Is that why we're having all of this activity? Is that why all these strange incidents are going on? All of a sudden, I feel overwhelmed in that corner. I feel like it was gonna be like quicksand. It would suck you in. There was no escaping it, and just disappearing. I am genuinely afraid. It's scary.
This black hole, this black void, could actually be an opening between dimensions. They're most often referred to as portals, spirit portals or vortexes. A person standing near one of these portals or vortexes might expect to see spirits crossing back and forth between dimensions. A lot of times the comings and goings of these spirits are associated with malevolence. Evil spirits want to cause an intimidation and fear in others so that they don't have any distractions while they're crossing back and forth between dimensions.
After this terrifying encounter, Janet decides to leave her job.
I was a nurse for approximately 3.5 years. I loved being a nurse. I loved taking care of patients. I loved taking care of people, but I've had enough of this, so I stopped working at the hospital. I miss my job as a nurse with the patients and my coworkers, but I couldn't handle all the occurrences and activity in the hospital. This experience has taught me that death isn't final. You have to be careful because there's stuff there that not everybody is aware of, and it's scary if you don't know what you're dealing with.
Oh my God.
That corner was almost like a black hole or a portal. Portal to another dimension where energy is coming through and it's causing all these chaotic encounters with the patient. It could be very scary and dangerous. There's good and evil in all of us, and I think that remains whether we're living or we're dead.